A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel,
Luxury Pets,
Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Welcome everybody to Madison Central High School. We're going to do Madison Central Soccer versus Paris. And welcome to Madison Central High School as well. I just said that again. We're with Madison County Sports Television today. And I'm going to welcome my brother, Matt DiLorenzo, here to the booth. And we're going to call hopefully a really good soccer game. Madison Central 1-0. I believe Paris is 0-1. They played Lexington. What was that, Matt?
Lexington Catholic.
Lexington Catholic the other day. So we're going to get those. We're going to get the game going here in just a second after intro. I'd like to thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel; Lexington Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet; ExpressRoofing.net. They have you covered. Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and always Rosenbaum Communications.
It's a great evening for soccer. It doesn't seem like the weather's going to play a factor here. Not much wind, no rain. Perfect evening. They're announcing the starting lineups to those who are in attendance today, so we'll be right with you again. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel; Luxury Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet; ExpressRoofing.net. They always have you covered. Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and Rosenbaum Communications. Appreciate those sponsors giving us the opportunity to call these games for these young men.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel,
Luxury Pets,
Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Madison Central. Not that that plays too much of a role other than inside the 18 or winning balls in the field, but it's just interesting sometimes to compare these kids in high school and where they are. And, you know, Madison Central, I understand, has a pretty mixed group of seniors, freshmen, sophomores, you know, juniors playing.
It's a predominantly young team. We have a lot of sophomores. We're starting a lot of freshmen. We actually only start 3 seniors this year, and we have 2 juniors as well. But one of the seniors is going to be Levi Knudsen in goal, and they're going to rotate time with him the second half with Cameron.
It's always good to have a senior in goal. I think that's always a good trait to have on a team. That, you know, that keeper probably knows by now that box is his and creates some authority back there when commanding the defense on what to do. So hopefully Levi will have a good game out here.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to begin.
Madison Central to kick at midfield.
Looks like we can go through some of the starters. Got Levi in goal, Azal and Sufi, Caleb Crutcher, Dylan Dotson, Cameron Wilson, Peyton Netherton, Brandon Carney, Luke Powell, Worthy McGuire, Dylan Hornsby, Keegan Sullivan, and Hunter Jackson.
Ball played out to the right. Madison on the attack on the right side. Good defensive play by Paris. Be a throw-in, Paris. It's a long throw-in, actually. Ball played down the right side. Yeah. Kicked out of bounds by Madison Central. Be throw-in, Paris. Ball thrown in and kicked back out by Madison Central. Long throw into the box by Paris. Cleared out by Madison Central. It's a good ball by Alzen. Won that in the air. Madison Central has control. Takes a little bit for these teams to get the game to come to them. Right now, it seems like they're just trying to get a feel for it, which is understandable.
They're trying to keep it simple as possible. Good outlet, but Peyton was offsides.
Offsides, Peyton Netherton. A nice ball. Sometimes you want to play those down on the floor, though. You want to keep that ball on the ground as much as you can. Not that that would have changed the offsides, but it just helps it for your teammate that you're kicking it to. Direct kick, Paris. Headed out by Dylan Dotson. Sorry, correct that. Headed out by Cameron Wilson.
Cameron Wilson again. Sufi actually making his first start for the year. He really was a spark plug for us in the Rowan County game. He came off the bench in the second half when we really kind of lost a lot of our momentum, and he just was a real spark plug for us. Good run by Dylan here.
That's a great ball by Alzen. Alzen seems to be really active in the midfield. I like the way he distributed that ball. Was that to Dylan, you said?
Yeah, Dylan Dotson.
Yeah, Dylan took a shot, missed it just wide. It's a good opportunity for Madison Central.
He's been playing really hard. It came in the second half, like I said, a really big spark plug for us when we needed it last game.
Goal kick out to midfield.
And controlled by Luke Powell.
Paris trying to counter a little bit. Luke Powell playing some good defense there. Kicks it over to Hunter. Kicks it up the sideline.
That's another good outlet. But
is that Trace on the right side, Terry? Number 22?
No, that's Hunter Jackson.
That's Hunter. I'm sorry.
Hunter had a goal actually last game. Peyton, Hunter, and Dylan accounted for all of our goals last game.
Direct kick for Paris, and looks like they're just behind the midway point or halfway point. Kick top the 18. Brandon with a nice little out. Ball played left out to the midfield to Peyton. Holds on to it a little bit. Loses it to Paris. He got it back. Loses it to Paris. Ball out of bounds on Paris.
He battled. I think he needed to give it up a little faster into the midfield.
Yeah, maybe play the guy who was making the run down the sideline. You know, you want to hold on to that ball till your defender commits just enough to then dish it off to your player. You want that defender to commit before you make that pass. Paris has control in the back third of Madison Central. Great defensive play there. I can't tell who that was, though.
Caleb Crutcher.
Caleb is a great defensive play. It looks like outlet Peyton.
There you go. That was kind of what we were looking for the last
one
play.
touch up front to Dylan, who's got it in the box, shuts it with the left foot. Nice save by the keeper. You know, that was a great shot by Dylan. The one thing I will say that I liked what I just saw at Madison Central is all those players followed the ball up. There's a lot of times that these kids don't anticipate the shots and they don't realize that these keepers are going to make good saves and it's going to bounce right back out in front of the 6. And you can get some really easy goals that way. But it was good to see Madison Central anticipated that.
They'll get a short corner.
Sometimes I wish they would just kick that ball right in.
Oh, I thought Worthy had a header there. Still inside.
Nice ball. I thought he was offsides. No.
I was going
Good
to say,
save
I thought
by the
Hunter
keeper.
was offside.
You know, Madison Central right there, rather than kicking the corner kick, they played it short, then back out to Peyton, who then kicked it in. Sometimes I wish, and again, you know, different teams have different philosophies, but sometimes I like to just see a corner kick just be kicked from the corner when everybody's making the run. Doesn't give the defense as much time to adjust.
I've never seen the short corner work. I've just never seen it.
Yeah, I just, you know, one thing it does do is it pulls the defender out to the corner, which may open up, you know, some type of movement. But, you know, that's the only thing I can think about. Ball played to the left side with Peyton. He's got some pressure and see if he gives it up. There's a great pass to Dylan. Dylan on the attack on the left side. I don't know what they called there.
They called offsides on
Did they?
Dylan Dotson. I didn't see that, but.
That's you know, it's a tough call. Some teams use the offside trap. I don't think that's what Paris is doing right now, but it's just tough because these kids are taught all the time to make their runs when they don't have the ball, and these kids are making their run full speed, and you know, it just takes a foot, and next thing you know, you're offsides. But that was a good opportunity, good try, good pass by Peyton, great run by Dylan. Paris on the attack a little bit here. Ball chipped into the box, went out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Madison Central. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net. They always have you covered. Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and Rosenbaum Communications. We appreciate all of our sponsors that make this possible. Goal kick controlled by Paris, back to Madison. Little slide tackle there. Played out back wide left.
Caleb got the control back, and Hunter Jackson's on the minute.
It's a good ball right there. It looks like Madison's on the counterattack. Let's see, stay on sides. Everyone's yelling. It's a good play from Paris right there. The guy stepped up, made a good play.
It does seem like they're trying to trap on the offside.
Yeah, they may be. I mean, and you know what? That works for a lot of teams. And a lot of teams that do that are usually teams that don't have the speed in the back. They go with size because they want to win that ball, whether it be a corner kick or whether it be a ball played into the box. And you sacrifice some speed when you go with some size most of the time. And some coaches do plan on using that offsides trap to help them. So. Nice header by Madison Central. I do like the way that, is it Alzen? Am I pronouncing that correct? I like the way he plays in the midfield.
Yeah, and that's what this is his first start for the year. He brought in the second half last game and really was a spark. This is a good opportunity. Oh, nice save, keeper.
Ball bouncing around right on top of the 18 and cleared by Paris. Dylan had an opportunity, drove it right to the right side of the 6, took a nice shot. The keeper saved it, went off the top goalpost, bounced back into play, and Paris cleared. So, you know, the opportunities are there. I mean, you can see one's coming. It's just the ball's just got to bounce the right way for Madison Central. Caleb gained control, lost it. Now Paris is back on the attack.
It's cleared out by Brandon Carney.
That's a good play right there. You know, it's funny, this whole time that we're commentating this game, I keep thinking that we're doing radio and that the people can't see this. So I'm going to have to change up what I was saying. Realize people are watching what we're saying. So it's a good clear. Now it's time to push up out of the back. Using. Oh, nice try, Hunter. I can see what he tried to do. It's a good play by Paris, though.
And that defense is, again, cheated up a little bit.
Yeah. Just play simple ball.
Another good opportunity.
It was. Again, sometimes when that ball's played to feet, well, the most of the time, it's just easier. You could see that what he wanted to do, and he may just have touched the ball a little bit off, but you could tell that the Madison Central player, I think it was number 8 there, Dylan, it went off his chest. You play that to feet, then Dylan's got a better opportunity to make 1 or 2 touch and try to finish there. Nevertheless, though, great play, good effort by Madison Central. He's on.
No, he was when the ball. He was actually
when
off.
It was kicked. You're
he
right.
Snuck back. I think he was just a little late getting up the field.
It's a good play.
A lot of open field for Peyton.
Should hear some communication right now, though. Talk to him. Can play square to Dylan. Let's look for a cross here to number 4, probably. Unlucky. It's a good effort. It's a good run. It's a good play by Cameron there. Cameron seems to be a pretty poised player for defense. Am I pretty accurate with that? Or
he was playing midfield last year. I think they just moved him. That was just more to stabilize the defense, I think. He's got the speed. He's got the size.
He's got the size, definitely.
And that's what they needed this year. And with Tate being out right now, he's serving his 2nd game on a red card. So and Tate's a bigger kid. So I look for him maybe to move back to the midfield once Tate comes back. Oh,
again, you know, I'd like to see the ball played on the ground or through. I know it's tough and you can't do it all the time, but again, even if one of those guys were on sides, that's a tough play for them to collect.
Yeah, it looks as if Paris is they're going to pull everybody up to their 40.
And by now, Madison Central should know that.
Yeah,
I mean, by now these guys they've got to know that, and they will. Again, it's still early. I think that they're just anticipating a little too much, which isn't necessarily bad. I'd rather them anticipate too much than not enough. It's a good clear there by Cameron. It's a nice play by Paris. Probably 1 too many touches there for him. Cameron again with a nice header. See, now this is where Madison Central could probably push up just a little bit as well. This is a good opportunity for Paris here. This will probably be their first big test to have an opportunity to play one in the box and see what happens. Looks like they're pretty evenly matched size-wise as well, so it's not like they've got some player that towers over the others that they push up from the back to help on situations like this.
That's going to be Madison Central control.
Nice little flick. That's keeper's ball. Should be out. Still Cameron. Cameron's playing aggressive. I like his play right now. Payne should knock that and move. He's got control. Now you play it. That's a good ball. Oh.
Again.
It's unlucky. And you may start seeing some Madison Central players hold on to the ball a little bit longer now because of that. You know, now what you may see is some of the Madison Central kids be a little hesitant to pass the ball through. That's where that offsides trap can kind of mess with your head.
What becomes a strategy? How do you handle that? They're all the way up. I mean,
well, you can hold on to the ball longer, you know, or play it a little bit earlier. Just got to be careful here. Let them play it out. It's a good opportunity if you got someone who can throw it a little bit in the box. But yeah, you know, the teams that play the outside trap, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll get burnt, and then usually, you know, they usually get burnt when there's a ball played, you know, right at midfield and they're pressing up. But sometimes you know, people may not understand this and they may think people are holding on the ball too long, but sometimes you just hold on to it because if they're going to stay, you know, where they are, then, you know, you got to have everybody hold your line as well. It's kind of like just standing there and someone saying go, like you're just at a standstill. I see teams use the offside trap more predominantly when they're playing a team that just has excessive speed up front. You know, just unmatched speed. That's basically the only defense. But
unless they feel like they're a little slower in the back, and that's all they have.
Yeah, but, you know, well, and to be quite honest, it's working for them right now. I mean, I can sit here and critique it all I want, but it's working for them. So you got to tip your hat to their coach for that. But it is tough because you do see, you know, Madison Central countering, and they've got the ball, and you've got guys talking, and you want to slip it through, and you just got to make sure that your man's in front of the ball before you slip it.
Bryce Fielder's into the game. Looks for a Sufi subbed out.
That's a big boy right there for Paris. That's a good play right there by number 18, Dylan. That's a good ball.
That's a good ball to Hunter.
Now you got to make your run. Let's see. Oh, unlucky. That's all right. Use him back. That's all right. That's a good ball. Now he's off. Number 10 is off.
That's Bryce Fielder.
Yeah.
And they got to recover knowing that they're going to be moving that defense.
Yeah, like when your teammate gets that ball right there, sometimes you want to take a couple steps back. Now when they're countering, like right here, where you can see Madison, like Peyton's off. You just got to hold your runs. I mean, that's the only thing to do. You can just hold your runs.
I missed the call on that. I don't know what they called. We had
if the ball went out of bounds, maybe or no, maybe they didn't give advantage, and it's maybe a direct kick for Madison Central.
It looks like Sam Perkins is in the game.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pets, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
See where he puts that ball. I'll take that. One too many. You can tell Peyton wants to serve it up on his left foot. That's what a lot of left-footed players, you know, tend to do. I can definitely relate to that. Should be Madison Central.
Mm-hmm. Overall, I think we've handled the first half pretty good. We've had a lot of breaks. We got to control the offsides.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that Central has controlled most of the game.
You can tell one's coming. I mean, it's just you can tell one's coming. It's a good ball. Peyton turned his head. You know, the number one rule when you're trying to finish on a header is, I'll never forget this, keep your eyes open at all times. It's funny, my former coaches would always tell me, quit closing your eyes. And I'd be like, how does he know that? And they would know it. You can just tell.
My question is, how do you not close your eyes?
Yeah. Some kids embrace that header. It was a good run, though, by Dylan, and a nice cross that he made there.
Trace Hales is into the game now, number 26. He's going to be a junior. A lot of size up front now. When you talked about that header coming across.
Yeah. That should have been a direct kick call, you think? Yeah, and then, you know, maybe that's what Madison Central's coach is thinking. He's thinking we're getting some opportunities predominantly on the right side, some on the left side, and maybe if we swing in the middle, we've got a little bit more size in there. I like that. I actually like that substitution right there, at least for the attacking standpoint.
Well, they've got a lot of opportunities in the box, so I definitely see that. It's good to see Dylan Hornsby in the game. He had a rough injury in Bluegrass State. He had a knee injury, and it's his first game back. Yeah,
I was there for that. That was a very physical game. It is good to see him back. See if Peyton goes far post with this or near post. I think this keeper can get beat far post, actually. It's going near. It's a good clear by Paris. Just play, get it back in. Use your right. It's a good ball. Unlucky.
It never went out.
Keep playing to the whistle.
He did call that out. Now, Sammy can throw this all the way in.
Yeah, when you have kids that can do that, you treat it just like a corner. The thing I'd like to see, I'm just trying to see what kind of runs Madison Central. I see the movement in the box. I see a few guys moving, but I don't really see anybody, you know, making some really hard runs or. That's a good thought there by Cameron. I like that. It's a big kid for Paris right there. That's a good ball as well. Cameron there again.
Unlucky there.
Yeah. It's a game of possession. It should be Madison.
And trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Paris seems to play quick, and I do like that. I give them credit for that. I like seeing teams play that ball quick on throw-ins, direct kicks, indirects. You know, a lot of times you can catch the defense slipping, especially if you're down there right outside the 18. It's a great play right there. Just contain. I don't see Paris really threatening too much on offense. I think the key is just to contain, possess, and then that's actually a really good ball.
Oh, go. Still nobody back.
Someone needs to talk. Someone needs to talk.
Kind of waiting on the ball.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to happen. The ball just hasn't bounced their way. You know, you can tell the opportunities are starting to get there. It's just been a few unlucky bounces. Now, that was a good play by the keeper, I'll say. I mean, was risky, but it was a good play.
There's a lot of space. Once they get it through past the clear, they're usually in pretty good shape. That was too long.
It was, but again, I hope our listeners don't get mad at me, but I'd like to see that ball slip through on the ground. I love where Madison Central, I love where their heads are at, though. I love the way they think. I love the way that they're trying to play the ball into space. You got players making runs. I mean, this is a well-coached team. You can tell they know the game. They know what they want to do. It's just sometimes it's good to slow the game down a little bit. Let it come to you. I feel like there's a sense of urgency right now rather than just being patient. You can tell they're the more skilled team. Just take your time a little bit, play smart soccer, and it'll come. That's a good ball. Actually, that was smart that he held on to that, because he would have slipped it through to number 26. I think they would have called offside. So that's good soccer right there.
I think they're starting to notice. The one thing is there's a couple passes they're not making because they see what's going on.
That's where they're being hesitant, and they're thinking, hey, you know, and he may not be offsides, but that's where that offsides gets in your head. Some substitutions in for Madison Central.
Yeah. Dylan Dotson and Caleb Crutchers. We got a senior and a junior back in.
Good. Let's see what we got here. That's got to happen. Oh, unlucky. My goodness, that's twice that's hit the post.
That was 3 really good opportunities.
Yeah. Like I said, the ball's just not bouncing their way, but it's not for lack of effort at all. That was a great throw. That crossbar's got 2 saves. That's a great ball. That's a great ball.
Space.
Now he can. That's an even better ball. One touch talk. You guys got to talk.
There it is. Finally broke through. And Dylan Dotson.
It's Dylan. And that was the substitution they just made. So.
No, he called that offsides.
This game is also sponsored by the crossbar and the offsides call.
And to be quite honest, I was looking for the flag. They had 2 guys.
That was a late flag, though, wasn't it? I didn't see the flag come up until after the goal.
But they were both off. They had 2 on the left side that were off. You didn't like the delay, but, I mean, the reality was they were both off.
And I can tell, you know, that is a very frustrating defense to try to capitalize on when you are constantly getting called for offsides, because you want your players to be aggressive, you know. Now that's a great effort right there. Is that Dylan?
There it is. Well done. So he got it right back. And then well-deserved. Well-deserved.
It was well. But that was a good effort by Dylan. You can tell that ball was a 50-50 ball right there, and he ran through it, and he won it. And he deserved every single bit of that. You're absolutely right. He kept the ball on the ground for the finish.
With the entire run.
Yeah. I think he was like, I'm not passing this one. There's no way. I don't care who's open. Now let's see how they play. You know, they got the goal that you could tell that they were really anticipating. Let's see if they try to calm down a little bit. Like I said, they seem to be playing a little bit, in my opinion, they seem to be playing a little bit desperate, as if they were down a goal. Now that they're up a goal, let's see if Madison Central tries to possess it a little bit. You know, just slow the game down a little bit.
See if they can relax a little bit. And it's interesting how Paris is going to play now. They're down one. Are they going to be able to prevent?
Well, they're going to start being a little bit more aggressive, I think. You know, got about 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. Madison Central winning 1-0 with a goal by Dylan Dotson, the junior, which it's good to see players like him that'll be back next year. You mentioned it earlier. They've got a really strong underclass here. And, you know, I like that when I see teams that are building. That just shows that this coaching staff has a good group of players to work with.
They got a lot of young talent and a lot of coming up. Dylan was actually our leading scorer as a sophomore last year.
That's good to see. Let's get that ball to feet if we can. You want to win that ball in the air and get that ball to feet as soon as you can.
Good clear.
Brandon seems to be pretty solid in the back. I don't know if there's too many people that I would think that would be able to get past him. But I love seeing the poise in the back.
He can't. He's got a lot of speed. He accounts for that, but he can play a little aggressive and then play up a little bit and can get caught in no man's land a little bit. Still not cleared.
Play that simple.
He was off.
There's really no rush right there. You know, right there is a time to possibly just get control of the ball, possess. And a lot of that may be, and I can't hear that much from up here in the booth, but maybe they're not talking as much down there. You know, when Caleb got that ball right there, I'd like to hear somebody yell time. You've got some time. Let Caleb compose himself. Maybe play it wide. Give someone an opportunity to make a run.
Or bring it up the field a little bit.
Yeah,
and allow
he can carry the ball a little
to come
bit,
back and recover from the
Sure.
offsides position.
But he's got to be told that. I mean, that's where your teammates have got to communicate. Communication is a huge part of this game, huge. And a lot of the defense does that a lot because they have to communicate a lot. You know, on the corner kicks and defending direct kicks, and your keeper kind of controls that communication. But if you can get a little bit more communication out of your midfield and your forwards, it'll help out tremendously. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net, they have you covered, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and as always, Rosenbaum Communications. You know, thank goodness for these sponsors, Terry. This it's come a long way from the days that you and I were in high school. I don't think anybody, well, there wasn't even internet.
They were not interested. Have one. Great opportunity, but I think he had more space coming to the goal than he thought. He took that maybe a little early. What do you think?
It's a timing thing. Yeah, I can tell, and I again, this is my first time kind of watching this team play high school-wise, but I have a feeling that, and that was number 28, I believe.
26.
26.
That was Trace Hale.
That was Trace. I have a feeling that Trace has a pretty strong leg, and he would probably just try to wind up and beat the keeper. When the keeper stands on his line and he doesn't come out, sometimes that gives you more opportunity to dribble closer to him. You want him to make his first move. But you know what? Just unlucky. I'm sure that he's had one or more goals that way. So you get a little antsy sometimes. It's kind of like someone who has an open layup, you know.
Paris on the attack here. You do sense a little bit more urgency from Paris.
Yeah.
When they're coming in on those runs, they look like they're a little more urgent before. I think we weren't ready for that.
Yeah, I have a feeling the whole offsides thing may start slowing down as well. I think that they're going to start pressing more people up. As you can see, they got their last two defenders standing at midfield. They got some speed up front. If Madison Central has some speed, now the way Madison Central's been playing by knocking it out quick, you know, that could be an opportunity for them to attack quickly. But we'll see. It's been a good game thus far. I mean, again, in my opinion, Madison Central is the better team. I think they're better than a 1-0 score right now. But they just had some, like I said, the crossbar's been hit twice, and the keeper's made some good saves. So I can sense that for some reason, though, Madison Central does not really like to build the ball out of the back. And what I mean by that is when you're either right fullback, left fullback, sweeper, whatever it is, gets the ball, a lot of teams play wide and they build it up. You have someone checking to that midfielder from up front while someone's making a run behind them. I see a lot of kickball, a lot of just clearing the ball up front and just sending your forwards out there to chase it. And to be quite honest, that's the worst kind of attacking to do with a defense like this, is trying to pull the offsides trap.
Well,
got to challenge that.
Another one.
There you go. And that was Dylan again. Is that correct?
I really couldn't tell. That was a bunch of. Oh, we got a little pushing match. That was
best thing to do in that situation is to walk away. 18 needs to walk away.
I think 18 is picking up for the freshman there, Fez.
Just walk away.
Got to get some composure here.
Now, this is where the referee's got to take control, and they're doing a good job of that.
Well, you got the Paris coach on the field here, and he's not happy with either ref right now.
Unfortunately, I missed what happened. The play before that, you could tell that there was a challenge for the ball. So there was just, there was some aggressiveness in the 6, and that's normal for soccer. This is nothing that's out of the ordinary. I don't think no punches were thrown. No, it's just, it's competitive kids going after a ball in the air, and I think everything's fine. I think that the more you make a big deal out of it, the more it's going to be a big deal.
It never ends like that, does it?
So.
And I'm sure we haven't heard the last of it before this 6:46 is over. I can tell you that.
No. I just wish there was a mute button for the people in attendance. they tend to.
A little overzealous.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
But no, again, that's just two aggressive plays. That keeper's played a good game. I saw that he did land on the ground. I don't know how. And I think something may have happened when they were both getting up. But, it's just good soccer. It's good hard-fought soccer right there.
And Central's getting a lot of chances.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pets, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
You're putting a lot of pressure on a goalkeeper to continue to save you like that, and in the crossbars, and we've had chance after chance. Sure. Eventually, that's going to give.
Sure.
And their defense has got to help him out a little bit more now.
They do, and I'll say this: you give me a goalkeeper that's aggressive all day, every day, over a keeper that's quiet and is not going to stand on the line. I mean, to me, that's his box. So. A lot of keepers are taught. I mean, and as you may know, they get away with murder back there. A lot of keepers, they punch, they push. That's their box. Not saying that I agree with it, but, I think he's kind of taken that mindset that, hey, this is my box. I'm not supposed to get knocked down. But, he's had a good game. He's listening to the crowd a little bit now, which isn't too good.
He's taunting. He's trying to get it back a little bit. And the Paris coaches are still kind of on the field. We still have a conference with the referees, so I'm not sure what we're trying to work out right now.
I think the linesman is trying to talk about what he saw. I wouldn't be surprised if they're discussing right now whether to give somebody a yellow. That may be what they're discussing right now. They may be talking about, hey, there's been a lot of this going on in the box. Look for it. They may be going over some of the rules on where they want to place the ball right now, because to be quite honest, I totally forget where the ball was when this happened. It was a goal, right?
It was a goal.
Yeah, it was a goal. So,
right, and it was all in the box. So the goalkeeper went up for the first one. He hit hard. The ball was live. We put it in the back of the net, and it was a little bit. It looked like there might have been some taunting, or there's some words exchanged, and and that's what happened.
It was aggressive in the box. Madison Central scored, I believe it was Dylan Dotson. And, you know, he probably just took it personal.
And I know you went. You were at the Paris Lexington Christian game. This is not the same keeper that was there.
No.
The result in that game, it looks like, was a 6-0 loss. So they have changed keepers. Maybe they recruited
this
him,
keeper to me. I was at my son's soccer practice and was able to watch some of Paris and Lexington Christian Academy play from a distance. But this keeper to me is head and shoulders above the keeper that I seen play on, I believe it was Monday evening.
There's still a lot of discussion going on right now.
But you know what? It's good because they're trying to get control of the game. They're letting the tempers calm down. I would rather these officials do this than lose control because you can, as you know from watching soccer for years in high school level, middle school, youth, the game can easily get out of hand. And like I said, that's with the help of spectators and everybody else. So
Worthy McGuire will get a yellow card on this one.
Let's see here.
Well, he's talking to Worthy now, and you know, Worthy was defending his teammate. I totally see what he was doing there.
Yeah, but it's good that these officials are talking to these kids because you can't communicate enough to these young players about the game. And when you have an official doing what he's doing, it's explaining to him why. So in case there is a call that he has to make again, gave him a red card. He gave him a red card.
Was it red?
He gave him a red card. Ooh, no, I don't agree with that at all.
That to me is a little harsh.
No, it's not a little harsh. That's ridiculous. If this kid is what's his name?
Worthy McGuire.
If Worthy had done something, but if Worthy had done something earlier in the game, I can understand that. But you're to give him a warning first. I don't understand that. I didn't see anything happen. Well, then again, I didn't see anything happen, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think he hit the kid, but.
He pushed him, but it was in retaliation to the keeper pushing down
a push doesn't merit a red card.
I have a rough time with that whole decision. How did you come up with? Because the coaches were on the field and decided that's what was going to be the best. I disagree with that call. I don't understand it. So there's no card on the Paris side. Is that correct?
Well, he's walking.
He's going to talk to the keeper right now.
Let's see. Now the keeper, but the keeper may get. No, the keeper may get the benefit here because it was in his box. But I'm
not
completely.
If you card another player for the same altercation. I'm confused on that.
I'd give them both yellows and let's get back to playing some soccer.
Let's see what they're going to do here. He looks like he's walking off the field, taking his gloves off. Yeah, he's going to get carded too. We're going to go 10-on-10. It looks like. At least they went both ways on it. If it's extreme, I understand that. I got that part, but I don't understand the red. But it looks like they did go both ways.
I don't understand kicking two kids out of a game, and they'll have to sit out the next game as well over what we just saw.
Actually, they stick out the next 2 games.
That's, to me, I don't like that call. Those kids, in my opinion, didn't do anything to merit a red card. They definitely did something to merit a warning. But this tells me that these officials don't want to lose control of the game. But to be quite honest, they kind of deflated the air out of the place by doing this, if you ask me. That's. I mean, it's a hard job. I give them credit. They've officiated a great game, but that's excessive to me. I didn't even see a punch throw. I don't understand.
Other than a couple pushes. And emotions are high. You just gave up your second goal. You've been defending hard. I understand the emotional part of it, but not to warrant pitching either player.
I still haven't seen the red card come out, though, for the keeper. So
it looks like he's got his gloves off.
That's where when you hand a card to these young men out here, because they're young men, they're kids, you got to really think about it. Does it merit them having to miss the next 2 games? And that's where that decision makes absolutely no sense to me.
He's taking his
it's a red card as well.
So he's off.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Those kids didn't do anything to have to be suspended the next 2 games of their high school career. That bothers me.
That's just a little bit. Actually, it's a lot excessive. Let's be real about it.
And I'm assuming that their mindset is we don't want to lose control of this game. But that's the first problem. That's the first altercation we've had. I don't see anything building up to that. There's nothing.
And emotions are high. We knew they give up the second goal. The kids played a rough game. We understand that.
Well, I will say this. Not to take anything away from Worthy for Madison Central, but losing that keeper for Paris, that's huge. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And you're going to, and I'm telling you, you're going to see in a few minutes what I'm talking about.
Yeah, is it going to force the defense to drop back because they really had the offsides going? They're going to have to help this new keeper.
Mark my words when I say this: the floodgates are now open for Madison Central. I feel horrible for those kids. I mean,
it doesn't make any sense. It's excessive. It's excessive. It doesn't make any sense at all. Well, we got a little action tonight, though. We got to call a good action-oriented game. That'll be something to talk about.
Yeah, we got a little action. But I'll be honest with you, if I'm a high school player, I'm sitting here thinking I could have done something to at least merit that red card.
If I'm going to get a red, I may as well go a little
I'm not talking about hurting anybody, but my goodness.
And they're trying to get control of the game. I understand that. They're still talking to a lot of the players, still talking to a lot of the coaches. We're still trying to get control. But as you mentioned, if the floodgates open, how much more emotion gets into this game and how much more tempers can play.
And here's my question to you, because I've been removed from high school soccer many years ago and things have changed. But now, do these kids who got the red, do they have to leave the bench? Can they sit on the bench?
No, I thought they had to leave the field, but
okay.
I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams come out flat. Now, watch. The crowd's going to be into it because they sometimes take it more personal than these kids. But they may see a little bit of flat soccer here for each team to try to get their game back a little bit. That was about a 5 to 10 minute break, wasn't it?
That was a while. We just didn't have a lot of understanding what was going on. So
yeah,
and I don't think they did.
It's a good ball by Luke. Unlucky.
Now, does that look as if the same keeper you might have seen the other night?
I think it is. Simple's the play.
I think they eliminated the right wing. That's
10v10.
That's what they're going to play. They're playing a 10-on-10, so they're just going to play midfield 4.
Peyton could play back right now. Simple and move. Again. Well done, Luke. That's a good ball. That's good soccer right there. That's brilliant soccer right there. I like to see that. That's even, oh, goodness. That's good soccer by Madison Central, right? That's the best
good set they've had. They didn't try to go over the top. They didn't try to.
And they kept the ball on the floor. They played Dutch a little bit. That's good soccer. And as you can see, it created an opportunity up front. I love seeing these kids play one touch. It's just it's a good challenge by Caleb. I really like his game. He plays well.
I'd like to see him get on the scoreboard. This is his second game, and he did really well last year on the score. He put a lot of goals in for us, so I think he's just trying to break through right now. That's a heck of a throw.
Yeah, and you know what I've noticed? Number 1 for Paris has taken a lot of throw-ins, and I've seen that ball twist a lot. They used to call that back in the day. I don't know if they still call it.
It comes from the side. It doesn't come directly back.
Yeah, I've seen that ball spinning when he throws it. The lights are on.
That was a good challenge.
Looks like
that's 2 up front.
Is that Hunter now? Is Hunter back in?
Hunter was off.
No,
I think
22.
Dylan had recovered, and he was in good shape. But
22, is that Trace?
No, that's Hunter.
That's
Jackson.
Hunter. Is he wearing number 22?
Yes.
Okay, because
Trace was wearing 26.
Okay, because I thought Hunter was number 20. That's on me. So Hunter, it looks like Hunter is back on the right.
That's the first action I think Levi's really
I was
seen
going
in
to
a
say,
while.
yeah,
he hasn't had a lot going on.
He's been
which is good. That's what.
That's it. Now move. I really enjoy watching Luke play as well. Luke seems to be very composed, plays simple. Everybody's on.
Yeah, this is the opportunity that you thought you might see again.
Yeah.
And they recovered well. They adjusted to the offsides. At some point that's going to have to give up.
That's a good ball, and it started with Luke. I mean, it starts out the back. You play simple. He sent it wide. You know, Dylan, of course, was with the goal right there. I think that's a hat trick for him.
I think it's his third.
That's a hat trick. But so I guess that was Hunter who got the ball on the right.
I think it was
and I
Hunter,
think played
but
it
then,
to Dylan.
It came back. I think Caleb might have played that out of the back.
Madison Central is playing the best soccer in these last 5 minutes I've seen them play all game. They're playing some really good soccer.
Well, and they got a chance to relax. You said they were pressing. They wanted to get that first goal. You got a 3-0 lead. You can tell they're kind of relaxed now. They don't have to.
There's no urgency to have to just clear the ball every time. Work it out your back. And a lot of opportunities are created that way. When you build the ball out of the back, you know, you talk, you play simple, you play square, you knock and move. You knock and move. Create space for your teammate.
They seem to be controlling the midfield a little bit better, even without that wing.
They do. And I like to see them play wide. That creates space for people underneath. And that's an outstanding ball right there by Caleb. It's a good try, though, by Dylan. That was a great ball. Kept it on the ground, slipped it through. Oh, unlucky. Got plenty of time.
We got a lot of soccer left. It's
there
2
is a lot of
minutes to
soccer
go.
left.
It kind of delayed because that long delay between the red cards, but this is going to be we got quite a lot of
well, and something to think about as well is now each team has one less player. That does create more space for you out there. I believe that Madison Central has taken advantage of the red card, situation more than Paris has. But I think that's opened up a little bit more space for Madison Central.
First legitimate shot I think I've ever seen so far. Good effort. He needed
and
to pull
why
the
not
trigger
take
for a
it?
change.
Yeah,
they needed to get some momentum going with
I
that.
like seeing these kids take shots outside the 18. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they seem to be controlling better out of the back. They're not really pressing up to the front. That's another good run.
Dylan is high motor. This is his 4th goal.
That was
unlucky. That's a great play by a keeper.
That was a good shot. I'll take it. Dylan is
Would they have
hurt.
called Dylan off? He's hurt.
18.
Would they have called him offsides if that would have gone in? That's going to be.
Probably.
I tell you what, though. I take Dylan Dotson's effort all day, every day. He's a high motor kid. I love that.
It's good to see as we wind down the first half here. Nice trap by Sammy. And yet another run. There.
It's a great ball. One touch.
Ball.
One touch. Oh, it's a great play by their defender.
I thought
he
they
did the
had
right
that
thing.
before the,
You do a one touch right there. That's it's.
Trying to get a foot. Yeah, he was. You could see he was trying to get it down on his foot. Couldn't quite do it. So that's going to be halftime right now. We're at 3-0. We're at Madison Central High School, MadisonCountySports.com. And we're going to go to Evan Sutherland. We're going to do a little halftime interview for you.
It's on the first goal that didn't count. What are your comments on that?
The offsides goal?
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, he was off. He was a step ahead. I screamed across the field and told him, said, don't worry about talking to the ref. You're offsides. Time your runs. Right. It's just part of it. So.
Right. You got good momentum, came back, got 3 more goals.
Absolutely. He's got 3, and he's capable of getting 4 or 5 if he keeps it up. So
right.
he's finding space in behind there. He's got a good first touch on the ball, and he's striking it well. So we're pleased.
Talking about Dylan Dotson, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, give us your thoughts. Any changes going into the second half?
Well, I mean, you've got a 3-0 lead, and we're down. We got to play with 10 men, so we'll look to make a little bit of adjustment. I don't know if you saw, we pulled our right winger out and went to 2 forwards instead of playing a 4-2-3-1. So it was beneficial. We ended up getting a couple goals out of it. So we'll see what we do.
Looking good. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel,
Luxury Pets,
Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Welcome back to Madison Central High School, Paris, Kentucky, or Paris game. Welcome back to MadisonCountySports.com. A little recap of the first half. Right now we have 2 red cards on the field. Both teams are going to be 1 player down, and it's a 3-0 game right now.
I'd like to go ahead and thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pet Service, Jack Buford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net. They've got you covered. Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and Rosenbaum Communications. Score is 3-0. Madison Central on top of Paris currently. Interesting first half. Started off to a slow start, and then there seemed to be a little feistiness down there in the box where Paris's keeper was given a red card, as well as number 17, Worthy McGuire, for Madison Central. Didn't seem to merit a red card in my opinion, but after that, Madison Central seemed to take advantage of the 10v10 with Dylan Dotson having all 3 goals right now, having a hat trick for this evening. So second half underway.
And we'll see if Madison Central continues to. They controlled themselves a little bit more. They calmed down a lot after the 3-0. Even after the red cards, they seemed to kind of calm down, get a little more composure.
Yeah, they play a little bit more simple. They had some good touches. That's actually a good ball right there. You can see Dylan slowed up because he thought he was offsides, but that's a good save by the keeper. Unlucky there for number 10,
Bryce
Fielder. I like the way he tried to put that in one touch. I mean, you see so many soccer players at this age hold on to the ball so long inside the box, and everyone thinks they're going to have the perfect shot. And you just got to take your opportunities when you can. So I love that. That shot that he just took right there.
And kind of what we expected come right out of the gate. You already got a shot on goal. The goalie came out. You had an open goal.
Well, with them having, with Paris having their backup goalie, and Madison Central smells blood. I think this is going to turn into one of the games where everybody wants to get their name in the paper. We'll see. Kind of wish there was a little bit better communication back there. The keeper came out.
And he went high. That was probably the best opportunity. He had an open goal in front of him. Keeper came out, had to recover.
Keeper came out early, but they need to communicate a little bit there. The keeper could have stayed on his in the box right there. There was really nothing that. He had 2 defenders chasing him down.
We have a new keeper also. Levi is out. We have Cameron Young in, both seniors.
It's a good flick.
And Paris is still playing. They're not giving up. You don't see a lot of heads down. They're still playing hard. I like to see that in any team.
Yeah, they are playing hard. They've had some opportunities in the first half. It just seems like there's just a little bit more experience from Madison Central. I know a lot of these kids play on the same club team. They play year-round. That stuff helps. It does. Not saying that nobody does for the other team, but you can just tell there's just a little bit of a skill difference here.
Not a lot of kickball.
No. That's a good job by Luke.
That was a late challenge. That's why I hope it doesn't get too chippy on this. That was a quick play.
Payne's trying to beat him to put it on that left peg, and unlucky. Sometimes just serve it in. Yeah, you can tell Peyton he likes that left foot. Some teams will eventually figure that out. But good effort. There's a good runs in the box as well. That's a great ball.
That was a great raw. It's almost that sense of urgency now to score again. You can tell they're pushing hard.
You can have that. That's a great ball.
That's another goal. Good to see Caleb getting on the board. And that was a deep ball. He really shaped that well.
Again, I love seeing these kids take opportunity shots from outside the 18. That was you're not always going to have the great opportunities to score, but I love that he did that because you've got three things that can happen. You score a goal. Well, more than three. You can score a goal. You can miss the goal. The keeper can make a save, or the ball bounces off the keeper and you got the ball right there inside the 6 and someone can deflect it in. So it's an opportunity created. That's a great shot, though.
Look at the Madison Central sidelines. Looks like we have a wholesale substitutions coming in. Let's see if the starting lineup is going to try to push a little more.
When is Madison Central's next game?
I believe it's next Tuesday night.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, you're fine. We play Boyle County at home. That's our next game. And I believe it is Tuesday night. We are our first 3 games at home, and then we'll travel on the road. We'll go to Lexington Christian. I believe next Thursday, we'll be in Lexington Christian. And that'll be a tough test.
That'll be
their
good test.
First, I think, real good test of them. I know Lexington Christian's always had a good team. And I think this was going to be a good warm-up.
I'd like to see Peyton swing this one into the box this time.
I just cleared it on him. They're giving that side to make that run.
Yeah, I mean, he's quicker than the defender. I can tell he wants to beat the man, but once you beat the man, you got to make a decision. You either got to cut it in or you got to swing it. It's a good play by Paris's keeper there. That ball to your feet.
It's the space on the field opened. It's that one player missing on both squads. It's amazing how much more space there is. I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, but it is a huge deal.
Well, I loved what I just saw Luke do. Luke just switched fields, and I love it because it creates another opportunity. That's a great strike. See what I'm saying?
Back at you. Yeah, and that was it's Dylan Hornsby. Back from the knee injury, first game back. I love to see him getting in on the goal.
That's great to see that.
That's fantastic.
And again, you take a shot outside the 18, the ball can bounce around out there. You have someone following up. But it started right there with Luke. Luke traded that whole play. He switched fields. I was just about to say I'd like to see them switch fields, and he did that.
And this game has gotten a little bit out of hand. 5-0 right now. So we'll look for the substitutions to come in here in a few minutes. I hate to see anybody get injured late on either team.
Yeah, now's kind of an opportunity for the coaching staff at Madison Central to kind of play with some things, put some players where they may want to play them in the future or play them in certain situations. Make sure nobody gets hurt. just make sure you contain your emotions right now, because Paris's emotions are going to be a little bit up and down. Payne's got a man in the box. He could unlucky.
Went just wide. Did the keeper did make a touch on that?
I don't believe so. It just went just wide right. But
actually, looks like they're giving him a corner.
I'd like to see Madison Central just continue to play the way they're playing, keep your emotions in check, and get out of this game with a victory and everybody healthy.
That's the biggest key. We've had a lot of injuries early. Keeping everybody healthy.
That's a great ball. That's a great
save.
A great
save by the keeper. Look good, Central. And the starting lineup's young. The JV, obviously the subs coming in, we have a great chance to work some of the youth and continue to develop a lot of the younger players. That's perfect.
You're right. And, you know, the way you build a program is always making sure that the JV squad and players that are younger, who you feel that you can give an opportunity to play varsity, get their chances. You know, you see that in many sports. A lot of coaches want to give younger players opportunities because they want to build for the future. I mean, I'll go ahead and bring up the whole Landon Donovan controversy this summer. A lot of people weren't happy with that, but, you know, I could tell that what that coach wanted to do is he said, you know, I need some young players to have this experience. So in 4 years, we've got players.
And then we got another chippy in the box. So the goalie caught the ball, defender came through. It looks like he will get a card on this, and he should. Well, it was uncalled for, and he may go red.
No,
he went yellow.
Like I said, you know, Paris's emotions are going to be, you know, a little bit unstable right now. They're getting beat. You know, they're probably still upset about the call in the first half and both guys getting a red. So Madison Central, just continue to play, you know, play the way you're playing, keep your emotions in check, get out of here with a victory and everybody healthy and nobody else getting a card. That's the best case scenario.
And I do agree on the young. USA being a prime example. Look at Julian Green, who made it an impact. And really
imagine him in 4 years. Imagine him in 4 years now. He's experienced. He's had the World Cup experience. That's what Coach wanted to do. So I'm a big fan of giving young players opportunities. It's amazing, too, like especially kids in this high school level. You see them over a summer grow. I mean, I've seen some of these kids playing for the past 4 or 5 years, and it's amazing to see, you know, their strength, their quickness, their height. I mean, these kids grow fast.
That was close. And that is the foundation. We don't the Madison Central team doesn't have a lot of juniors and seniors. They do have to build for the future, and it's good to see.
It is good to see. It's promising. The longer these kids play together year-round, whether they get involved in indoor, whether they play on, you know, club, the longer they play together, the more they're going to know how their teammates play. I mean, it's like a quarterback and a receiver. You know, sometimes they don't even speak, and they know what each one's going to do.
I'm not sure the foul. It looks like we have a foul on the field. Oh, no, it is a throw-in.
I'd like to go ahead and thank once again our sponsors this evening. It's State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pet Service, Jack Buford Chevrolet, ExpressRoofing.net. They have you covered. Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and Rosenbaum Communications. Just play simple there. Stay on your feet.
It's like it get a little chippy, but and that's like I said, it's an emotional deal. I understand, but I like to see the effort. I like to see the effort. Just control what your emotions are, and don't make any real
and actually
like that. You're gonna hurt your team even again if you make a bad decision like that, and then you get a red card.
Well, you don't want to put yourself in situations when you know that the other team is upset. And I'm going to tell you, I really like the way Madison Central's coach handled the first half incident. I felt that he did a good job by just keeping everybody on the bench. He actually stayed on the bench and just let things play out. It's a good effort right there.
Cameron Wilson.
Number 9, Cameron. He's had a great game.
That's another good.
I thought that would be off. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, Cameron's had a really good game. When things were tight in the first half, he kind of kept it together. He's done a good job. You know, Madison Central's they've got a really good, you know, defense, midfield, and, you know, guys up front. I really like what I'm seeing this evening. And the season's young. I mean, this is their second game, so it's good to see. There's a lot of promise here for this program.
A lot to build on. And that's all you can ask for right now. They're going to have a tough game against Boyle County next Tuesday night. Boyle County is a veteran team. I think they've got a lot of seniors. It'll be a tough game. And I know Lexington Christian will come up and be another tough game for them.
That's a great ball by Luke, the way he controlled that with his chest and played it down. Now, I would think that if the score was a little bit closer, they may have actually given Madison Central a direct kick right there. It's kind of funny how in any sport, officials, they seem to make calls based on how, you know,
where the score is.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you think you'd want to call everything even the whole. Yeah.
In a critical situation, you almost have to make that call. And the game is turned into a little bit of a free-for-all.
I think both teams are starting to get fatigued. I think that Madison Central right now, a lot of guys are looking to score.
That was a little bit tougher.
It's okay. 15 showing some good sportsmanship right there. Checked on Peyton. Was unlucky. I think he'll be okay there, but he did try to dribble, you know, through a few players. And, you know, again, it's what we talked about. You don't want to put yourself in those situations because you know that this team is frustrated. They've been playing tight in the first half. We hope he's okay. It just seems like you got to avoid running into traffic. When you run into traffic right now and you're up 5-0, it's not going to surprise me to see someone take you out. I mean, it's frustration. So.
And at this point, I've seen the subs warming up. I'm surprised that really they haven't done more substituting yet. Maybe he's waiting for a halfway mark.
And they're off to the racing again with Dylan, and that will be his
That's
fourth
his
goal.
Fourth goal. Well, yeah, Dylan Hornsby actually had the other one. And I think right when we came on the air, you said you expected the game to end at 7-0.
I did.
We're at 6-0 now. So
it's 6-0.
It's turned into that game. And then we have a lot of.
Like we said, it's just you know you kind of saw this coming in the first half.
Well, and the better team's winning. That the better skilled team is winning.
It is. I still think that Madison Central started to play a little bit better once they started 10v10, and I don't, you know.
Well, it opened up a lot of lanes.
It did.
Too.
It opened up some lanes, opened up some space for them.
And it's what we said with Paris's defense. They cheated up. They may not have that speed or that ability back there, and that's the way they compensate for it. And now with the 10v10, you don't have those ability to stay up.
Tell Paris is getting tired.
And I noticed before the game started they didn't have a lot of substitutions. I think there's 14, 15 players over here on the roster. That's got to wear on you. And one of them's out now with your goalkeeper. And we got another man.
We have another injury.
A special thank you to our great sponsors. Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pets, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Handball.
That was a good try there.
A good thought. Yeah, I thought he was going to try to get.
Is that Hunter, number 20?
He get Hunter on 22.
Yeah, this
is
nice
Keegan on number 20.
Keegan.
And Hunter's on 22.
I like the way Keegan tried to play that ball to him one touch. That was a good effort.
He kept one new defensive player, but he's kept the defense pretty much intact. He didn't really sub a lot out there, and I understand that they need a lot of work still.
Yeah, your defense, you kind of want to give these guys as much opportunity as you can, just because, again, the communication factor, you want them to be tested. So it's different than, substituting your midfield and your strikers, because your defense rarely substitutes. You rarely substitute your back 3 or 4. So, sometimes it's good to just give them as much experience as you can.
Yeah, I think the crowd will take another 6 goals.
Yeah, I think they will. They would too. It's and it's always good for the other players who may not get much playing time at the varsity level to capitalize. And if I'm the coach for Madison Central right now, that's what I'm looking at. I'm saying, hey guys, I know it's 6-0, but we're going to give you an opportunity to come in the game and you can show me what you got. So a lot of times this is a chance for players to show their coach what they're capable of, regardless of the score. I mean, right now, I would say that the coach does not care about goals. The coach is looking for players who can possess the ball, players who can win the ball in the air, players who make good runs, players who will make a good run and get back on defense if you're playing midfield. It's the things like that that are opportunities that he's given to these players right now. That was actually a good opportunity for Paris. Good recover by number 5, Sammy Perkins.
It's good to see him back as well. Just came off knee injury. His last game, or first game, it was his first game back this week. And he's played well.
Mm-hmm. He has played well.
Having him back there is just solid.
See if he throws it back here. Yep.
Right now, just possess.
Switch the field here.
Just continue to possess.
Yep. Play wide.
Keep it simple.
There's that recovery speed.
Brandon Carney.
Yeah.
And he's a freshman.
That's amazing. He's quick.
Good play by Cameron.
It's a good
That's
flick
a good
right
flick,
there.
yeah. Trying to get it to his right foot.
Well, he had a shot in the first half that went a little bit high. There's certain players that they like to feed that leg that has more strength. We see it with Peyton. He predominantly puts that ball on the left. They just feel more comfortable in taking a shot like that. And that's natural. That's common for players at this age, believe me.
Yeah, and they're still young.
They are still young. And then they'll start to use the other foot a little bit more, which makes them, of course, more deadly, which is good. That's why it's good for players to work on both feet. It's a good throw. Good ball.
And Dylan Hornsby again. That's 2 for Dylan. Looks like all Dylan scored tonight.
Yeah.
4 by
this is
Dylan.
The Dylan evening. I like the way what he did there, which I so appreciate of a young player is that was a great throw-in, but if you notice, Dylan just he played that one touch. He didn't collect the ball, put it on his right foot, put it on his left foot, dribble around. He just said, "Listen, this is my opportunity. One touch, boom." That's good soccer right there, especially in the box. The more you can play one-touch soccer, Dutch soccer, the better you're going to be out here.
Well, the better you're going to be anywhere, as
Yeah.
we see Germany.
Yeah.
Which is
And you can see they did
number one
that. They
country
did
in the
that a
world.
lot, yeah.
The number one soccer team in the world, and it was one touch.
And I felt that USA a lot. You know, I love Clint Dempsey and others, but they seem to try to serve the ball up on a certain foot before they take the shot. And it's funny, I said right before Julian Green scored, I was like, I rarely see the United States do a one touch inside the 18, and then he gets the ball played over his shoulder and just one touches it. It just keeps the keeper off guard, and it's your best opportunity. You bring that ball down, it gives the defender a chance to take the ball away. It gives the keeper a chance to, you know, it's a round ball coming at your body, and the more that you mess around with it, the more it gives people time to take it away. Again, simple soccer always wins.
You just move the defense.
Again, one touch. I like this. I mean, why not?
That's a good play by Fez. And he's a freshman again.
Yeah.
You go back to it over and over again. They're a young team, and this is a great opportunity for them to develop. Nice one touch.
Who is Madison Central's rival?
Madison Southern.
Madison Southern.
So all our district games, we're going to play Madison Southern Model. Those are going to be the two biggest games, and we're going to play them all. We're going to play both of those in the same week. We'll play Madison Southern at Madison Southern, and we'll have Model here at home that week, and we'll also play Barrio, who's also in the district.
I got you.
But Southern being probably the biggest rival we have. One touch.
Now he likes to put that ball on his right foot. Let's see what happens. He cut it back.
He's trying to collect it.
Oh, got to jump over him there.
Yeah, caught in no man's land there. That's good sportsmanship, though. They've worked this keeper a lot more than the other. I mean, the other had a lot of work, but
yeah,
they put a lot of work on him.
It's good to see Madison Central's got a good little cheering section out here. Some support from the other students in the school. It's always nice to see some sports like soccer and the baseballs and the softballs and the volleyballs and other sports other than football and basketball get some support. I know that always helps, and I know that those kids out there really appreciate the student body supporting them. That always is good to see.
And they've had a lot to cheer about tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, people like goals. People come back for goals.
It doesn't look like Paris is having a lot of opportunities this half. They just haven't controlled the ball at all.
I think they're fatigued. I think that you know, the mindset is just, you know, let's try to get one. That would be my mindset. You know, let's try to get one, and see what we can do. But also probably coming out of here without any injuries as well.
And they've got a lot of subs in, you can tell as well. They've depleted their roster.
They have.
They got the younger team in, and I agree that getting one would be a moral victory here.
I like to see Madison Central build the ball out of the back a little bit.
Possession's gotten much better.
Mm-hmm.
They're not making the over the top. They're really controlling the ball better. And as soon as I say that, they go over the top.
Well, I think they want to see their guy, number 26, up front get one.
I think he wants one,
He's been working hard.
He's working hard.
Yeah.
He's
It's a good ball. See if he swings it. It's a good play by the keeper.
he did come way out on that, didn't he?
It's a good try. I like that opportunity Fez just took right there, actually.
It's good to see Brendan Mayen. He's actually from Lexington. This is his first year with Central.
Where did he play last year?
I believe it was Lexington Catholic. I'm not sure
Okay.
about that though. I know he just moved to the county, and this is his first year with the team. And it's getting good. Hope we get some good minutes now. Well, not nearly as much excitement other than the very first part of the first half in this game. Kind of calmed down a little bit, playing much more control.
Just
much
took a
more
little
possession
bit.
and just, you know, I think the wind are out of the sails there for Paris right now.
It just took a little more time than Madison Central thought to get the game to come to them, and it started coming to them again right after that red card situation, and you know, they didn't let up on the gas until about 20 minutes left here in the second half.
Yeah, they started the second half pretty much on fire. They really came after them, wanted to pretty much set the tone early and get this one and put away.
You're right. They sure did. That's a good one in the air by number 14 for Paris. Paris seems to be winning the ball more in the air this half.
Well, I think especially with the younger players in the height that you spoke of early,
Yeah.
Is definitely a factor now.
Yeah, it's definitely on Paris' side. Should be an indirect kick for Paris. It's actually a good little play by Paris right there.
Now, would you recommend? All right, you're in outside the 18. You really haven't had a good shot. Do you go a goal, or do you like that play?
Well, I got to be honest with you. As soon as he passed the ball, I was a little bit shocked that he did that rather than chip it into the box. But that seemed to work for him right there because he still had a good, he crossed the ball well and they still had a good opportunity. I personally would have preferred to just see the ball chipped into the box, but that worked for them. So, on indirect kicks, that there's really not much you can do other than chip it into the box. It's like a corner, or you can play it simple to the man next to you, and see if he can penetrate a little bit and dish it off, or then kick it out wide. But
and most of the shots when they do try to go at goal are almost always high. They always go over the bar.
Well, yeah, they usually teams set up the wall, and kids this age, it's hard for them to bend it enough and keep it low enough. The thing I don't see, though, is when there's an indirect or direct kick, no sense of urgency to play quick, especially if it's indirect. I like to put the ball down and play quick to the man next to you and keep it moving because the defense is setting the ball up. That is a good ball. That's another good ball.
One step away, I think. Yeah, he made a nice thought. I think he tried to go through back to the middle. Ball's still alive, though.
That was a good play by Fez. Unlucky. Nice strike.
So that went off the goalpost. That's a goalie keep. Looks like we're at the 10-minute mark now. Madison Central's up on Paris 7-0 right now. We'd like to thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel; Luxury Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet; ExpressRoofing.net, they have you covered; Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, and Rosenbaum Communications. With under 10 minutes now, 7-0 lead, where Madison Central's got this one pretty much well under control. We've got a lot of the younger players getting an opportunity to get some good minutes right now. You almost feel that in the first half, that same sense that they're going to break through again.
Yeah.
You kind of get that again. And the younger players are really going after it. You see they want to make their mark and really get an opportunity.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pets, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
He just threw that ball in. He was on the field before he threw the ball in there.
The play you say again. Sometimes the call needs to be made, and sometimes the call doesn't need to be made.
I've never seen that one though.
Even when they're obvious.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him go back on that instead of try to go across the middle of the field.
Yeah, especially in your own end. You don't want to play the ball in the middle. Not that he did right there necessarily, but I think, you know, Madison Central, they're taking pride right now and playing unselfishly, which is good. Get your backup keeper a little work. Now this is what he's been waiting for.
Left foot though.
Yeah.
He's got his opportunity.
There it is.
Did it go?
No. God bless him.
He was trying. He was trying. I thought he maybe got it clear once the goalie came out, but it's just not in his cards tonight.
Yeah. He's working hard.
Well, maybe on the corner. He's got about a lot of height down there.
Yeah, he does.
He's not
he
the biggest.
He's
one of the bigger kids, but he's still got a lot of height on Paris to battle in that box.
You could definitely see fatigue setting in for both teams, which is understandable.
I keep forgetting it's a 10-man roster out there.
It's a good ball.
A good thought.
Yeah.
Put it on the ground. Right. It's still high.
Yeah, put it on the ground.
Still high.
Again, it is good to see that they at least are trying to do the things that, you know, that they're supposed to be doing. It's a good job by the keeper. Good effort by Paris. Again, I think they're just trying to get one and get out of here, which makes sense.
A little misjudgment there by Connor.
This is where you
Britton.
can play quick.
And they got to take care of these. They take advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah.
If you play fast, you get the ball in. The defense wasn't set yet, but again, fatigue.
Yeah, I think that that Paris is definitely emotionally drained, and you know, as it's again, it's understandable, but they're still fighting. They're still fighting. There's been some good soccer out of Paris this evening. There has been. You know, they lost their starting keeper. That's tough. But just like this, it's you know, there's some opportunities that they're trying to create. So, you know, they're not giving up. That's good to see.
A good hustle on the defense. I saved that. Well, we're under 5 minutes, almost actually at 4 minutes. We're up 7-0 on the Madison Central against Paris right now. We'd like to again thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel; Luxury Pet Service, Jack Burford Chevrolet; ExpressRoofing.net, they have you covered; Time Warner Cable; Madison County Schools; Richmond Tourism; and Rosenbaum Communications. That was a good opportunity. It was well played into the box.
You know, that's the second or third scoring opportunity that Madison Central has had with their reserves in off a corner kick, and that's really good to see. That's a great save by the keeper.
It looks like both teams are almost content to play this one out. Just control.
Yeah, again, this is something where you don't want to get anybody hurt. You've already got 2 players that won't be with you for the next 2 games. Just play some fundamental soccer, work on your communication, play the ball wide, make some runs, but get out of here with 2 healthy squads and try to build on what you've done tonight if you're Madison Central, and try to regroup if you're Paris, and hope that that you can have some opportunities the next game. Fez has been playing some good balls.
For a freshman, he handles himself well in the midfield. He doesn't get a lot of. He reminds me a lot of a Luke Powell. Very calm,
he does. Yeah, sees the
makes
field
good
well.
decisions and controls the midfield pretty well.
That's a good comparison. It's a good ball.
You can see where they want to go, right?
Yeah, they're holding up the runs.
Trying to get Trace. They go right
Fez
back to
again,
him.
which is a great ball. You know, this keeper's playing it well. That's a great play from the keeper. He's being aggressive when he needs to be. He's not sitting back on his line.
And good sportsmanship again on for the keeper and from Paris, on both defensive player and the keeper. We'll see how they do. We have 3 actually good executions on corners. We'll see how this one plays. They're going to take their time, of course.
Looks like they're going to.
Oh, they're going to throw it in.
Throw in, yeah. I like it. Fez is a good little player. I like him.
He makes good decisions. He's calm. Well, we're under a minute. Looks like Madison Central is going to take this win. We're up 7-0 against Paris. Again, one more time, I'd like to thank our sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel; Luxury Pet Service; Jack Burford Chevrolet; ExpressRoofing.net. They have you covered. Time Warner Cable; Madison County Schools; Richmond Tourism; and Rosenbaum Construction. As we wind down, I think both teams have a little bit of building still to do. Madison Central is still young. Good game, good confidence builder for them. Paris is going to have to regroup a little bit, and hopefully they'll have a good season.
It definitely was a good evening for Madison. They've got a lot of skilled players that they can build on. They've got a young group of kids. You know, unlucky tonight for Paris, but then again, it's an early season, so hopefully they can get a couple victories under their belt.
Well, thank everybody for joining us tonight. If you get an opportunity to come out and watch some Madison Central soccer, make sure you come on out. They've got a good team together. They're young. They got a lot to look forward to. So we look forward to seeing everybody out here. And with that, we'll be signing off from MadisonCountySports.com. You all have a great night.
A special thank you to our great sponsors: Jack Burford Chevrolet, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel, Luxury Pets, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, Faith Created, Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, give Sean a call, Tatum Enterprises, Richmond Tourism, WKYT.com, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, First Gear, Pro Signs, Berea Online, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook. MCS TV. And of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.